This video is going to show you all how to create a single property website for your listings using Moxi Impress within the MoxiWorks toolbox. So we are going to start by navigating to CBDesk, mycbdesk.com. Once we're in there, we're going to click on the MoxiWorks tile, or you can click on Find an App and type in MoxiWorks. Once you've clicked that, it'll populate your MoxiWorks dashboard. From here, we'll want to go to the top toolbar and click on Impress. Once we are in Impress, your dashboard is going to look similar to this. Your picture and name will be on the top right side. Any active listings and even some pending and closed will show up here in the center. And then you'll also have a toolbar at the top as well as on the left over here. Now, Moxi Impress is your source for any sort of marketing collateral specific to your listings. It is just for listing marketing. It does pull information from the MLS and from Dash. So ideally, any listings that you have inputted into your MLS will feed directly in here. If you know you have a listing in the MLS, but it's not feeding through here and it's been more than 12 or 24 hours, please reach out to the marketing department and we will check to make sure all those connections in the back end are correct. So without further ado, we want to go ahead and find the listing that we would like to create the single property website for. We're going to go ahead and click on Manage. And then from there, we'll go to this right side over here and click on Create Project. So you'll see there are hundreds, there's 42 pages, okay? So there's hundreds of different options of marketing collateral that you can create, but we're gonna go up to this top toolbar where it says Search Designs and just type in website. Now, there are 4 website options to choose from. There are 2 global luxury themed ones and 2 that are just themed Coldwell Banker Blue. My personal favorite is the one that's the second from the right. I think it populates the pictures in a way that's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, but ultimately it is your choice which one you'd like to use. So once you've made your selection, just go ahead and click on the thumbnail. You can view sample if you'd like, or we want to go ahead and select this design and start creating this website. Now, for most projects in Moxi Impress, it does not matter what you name the project name, but for the websites, it does. This is going to show up at the top here, like you see where this says Marketing Center. Whatever you put here on the project name is going to show up on the toolbar or the tab of the website once it's created. So we are just going to type in the address because that's easy enough. And then project description, we're going to leave blank. Project folder, doesn't really matter where you put it. This is just for your own reference. And then if we are pulling this from an MLS, you can go ahead and select that MLS number here, and it will pull all the pictures and data and specs from the MLS so that it is easy to just move right along with the website. So we'll go ahead and click Save and Continue. And we'll click Confirm. And it is going to start populating all that information from within the MLS listing. The first page here will be your photos. Now, if you want to delete or rearrange anything, you can. Let's say we want to delete this picture here. We can do that. Let's say we want to rearrange. We can just drag and drop. And let's say we want to even add additional photos that maybe we have on our computer or our device. You just click the plus sign and then you can add directly from your computer. Once we're done with the photos, we'll click Save and Continue. And this is where we start plugging things in or just auditing the information that it's pulled from the MLS. These first 10 fields are different item names that you can use to create a local toolbar on your website. So what I mean by that, let's say you want to highlight the local school district page, or maybe there's a local blog of different activities to do in the area, or there is just a a tourism website that you want to highlight on there. This is where you can start plugging in the names and URLs of those websites, and they will show up on your final website. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in some dummy URLs just so you guys can see. So once you've plugged all those URLs in, we are going to go into the specs of the house. Now, again, this is all fed from the MLS, so hopefully it will be correct. But let's say you had a recent price reduction, you can go ahead and audit any of that information here. As we keep scrolling, you'll see the body copy. This is the public remarks that are in the listing, and you only get a certain amount of characters. So if you see any text in red, that means you need to make an adjustment. So we're going to go ahead and just delete some stuff just for the sake of this video so that we can keep rolling. And then if there's an open house, that will populate here. The one thing that I will change in terms of the bed and bath count is Moxi and Press will automatically abbreviate full and partial to just F and PT. So I like to go ahead and type out full, and then I type out half. If you want to put a neighborhood in here, you can type that out. Lot size, you can adjust that. Again, under garage, you see red, which means we have too many characters there. So we're just going to put 2 spaces. Attic, there's an attic type that you want to include. And basement type, you can include that as well. And if you have an orange text, that just means you're right at the character limit. Latitude and longitude will automatically populate based on the address, but if you need to adjust that for any reason, you can. If you have a 3D tour URL, like Matterport or iGuide, you can include that in here. And then a video URL, let's say you have a video walkthrough that you host on YouTube of the house, you can put that on here. This YouTube video is one from the Coldwell Banker corporate channel, so that will automatically post on your website, but if you don't want it, you can delete it. And then the last fields here are if you have a co-listing agent. You could also use this to put a mortgage partner on here as well if you have a certain lender that you work with. And once you're done there, we're going to click Save and Continue, and we are so close to being done. The very last portion is your personal information. There are 2 fields that you cannot change. That's your name and your email. So if those look incorrect for any reason, reach out to the marketing team. We'll be happy to get that adjusted. But everything else you can adjust and change, and you can even swap out your headshot here as well. Once we're done with that, we'll click Save and Continue. And from here, we can preview the website, or we can go ahead and click Publish to Web. And once you do that, it'll generate your URL, which you can click on this box to shorten. And then we're just going to highlight it. We're going to copy it. We're going to paste it into a new tab, and we're going to see what it looks like. All right, so as you can see, it loads very cleanly. Up here is that project name. I've named it Test before, and it'll show up as Test. So you want to make sure that your project name is something that you want the public to see. If we go up here to the top right, this is our menu where we created those different local links that we wanted to include. And again, you can customize that any way you want. And then as you see, as we scroll down, it really formats this website in a nice, easy way, including a Google map, including our YouTube video. It would also include your 3D tour if you have that as well. And then it has your information here. If you click on Contact Agent, this will populate a contact form that if anybody fills it out, it will be emailed directly to you, or you'll be notified based on your lead notification settings. And it is truly as simple as that. In this website, you can copy, paste, share it to social media, share it in a newsletter, create a QR code for it, which I'll show you how to do in just a second, put it on a postcard or anything that you want to use to promote your listing. You can do it. So I'll show you guys real quick how to create a QR code from that URL. So if we go back to CB Desk, our dashboard, and we go over here to marketing, once we click on marketing, we're just going to scroll down here, and your second option says generate a QR code. So we're going to click where it says URL. We're going to paste our URL, and we have generated a QR code. Simple as that. We can go ahead and copy this to our clipboard if we're already working within Canva or another design software, or we can click on download and save it as a JPEG or a PNG file. So Simple as that. I promise you guys, once you do create a website once or twice or just mess around in here, it will be a breeze to do it in the future. If you guys have absolutely any questions, reach out to marketing@premiermove.com. Thanks.